Hello students, this is Lata Narwani from Mount Litra Z School Jhansi. Children, we are discussing lesson Why Do We Fall Ill? And today we will be discussing some important topics of this lesson. Our first topic today is inflammation. What is inflammation? Inflammation is swelling in the body organ or tissue due to recruitment of the cells to the affected area to kill the disease causing microbes. Means where the disease has occurred to that area, various cells are sent, WBCs, to fight against those disease germs, and the swelling occurs. It results in the release of certain chemicals or proteins at the site. So, due to accumulation of WBC and various chemicals, the affected tissue or area shows swelling. Inflammation may cause local effects such as pain, redness of the body part, fever, etc. Our next topic is principles of prevention. Prevention is better than cure, as you all know. So, better to cure a disease, it is better to prevent, take the measures of prevention so the diseases may not occur in our body. So, there are two types of ways of preventing those diseases. First, we'll discuss general ways of preventing infectious diseases, and second types are specific ways. So, first, let us discuss the general ways of preventing infectious diseases. So, these are the various points. We should keep ourselves away from overcrowded places to take pure air. Second, we should consume clean and safe drinking water. Third, we should take proper balanced diet and take fresh and healthy food. Fourth, we should keep our surroundings neat and clean so that microbes may not flourish in our surroundings. So, these are the various general ways to avoid any disease. Now, coming to the next topic, specific ways of preventing infectious diseases. First is immunity. What is immunity? Immunity is the body's ability to fight against foreign substances, virus, bacteria by producing antibodies or cells that can kill or neutralize these foreign substances or cells. To how to increase our immunity so that the disease germs may not enter our body and not cause any disease. So let us see. Immunization is the process of developing immunity or resistance against a particular pathogen. Next topic is vaccination. So by vaccination we can increase our immunity. It is a specific way of increasing immunity in our body. Now, vaccination term was given by Edward Jenner. He was the first to introduce this term. It is the process of administering vaccine into the body for developing resistance against a particular disease. Vaccination against a particular disease will protect against that particular disease only. The vaccine can be introduced in the body of a person mostly by injection and sometimes orally. When vaccine enters the body, it stimulates white blood cells in the body to produce antibodies against the disease causing germs. So, the vaccine is given through injection or through oral drops like oral polio drops. And in this vaccination, what is done? Actually, the weak, dead germs are introduced, of those disease germs are introduced inside the body, and the body starts producing antibodies against them. Now, some of the important vaccines are given here. First is BCG. BCG, Bacillus of Calmette guerin, full form, and this vaccine is given against the disease tuberculosis. Second, oral polio vaccine, which is given against polio. Third is DPT, it is given against diphtheria, pertussis, and tetanus. Next, MMR vaccine is given against measles, mumps, and rubella. Measles vaccines is given against protection against measles. Chickenpox vaccine, it is given for protection against chickenpox. Next topic is immunization and Edward Jenner. Vaccination is so named because vacca means cow. The first vaccine was derived from a virus affecting cows, the cowpox virus. This virus, in its weakened form, provides a degree of immunity to smallpox, which is a deadly disease. Edward Jenner observed that milkmaids who earlier suffered from cowpox did not catch smallpox even during epidemics. So he gave cowpox to people and found that they became resistant to smallpox. This is because the cowpox virus is closely related to smallpox virus. Since then, the word vaccination came into being. Now, here are some diseases and their causative organisms which cause those diseases. First is TB or tuberculosis. It is caused by Mycobacterium tuberculosis. This is a bacteria which causes TB. Second, cholera. The causative organism is again a bacteria named as Vibrio cholerae. Third is typhoid. The causative organism is Salmonella typhi. Fourth is malaria caused by Plasmodium vivax, which is a protozoan. AIDS is caused by a virus known as HIV virus or human immunodeficiency virus. Last disease, Japanese encephalitis or brain fever, which is caused by a virus. Here is a question, match the following. First is waterborne diseases. The list B, there are various options. So waterborne diseases are caused due to contaminated water. Second is exercise. So the best option for this is exercise keeps the body fit. Third is improves working capacity. Improves working capacity. The matching answer will be relaxation. When we take a sleep or rest or when we relax, it increases the working capacity of our body. Next is destruction of liver. This is due to drinking alcohol. Next is malaria. Malaria is caused by Plasmodium. The causative protozoan is Plasmodium. Cholera is caused by Vibrio cholerae. Hepatitis is caused by hepatitis virus. And AIDS, the causative organism is HIV. So children, this is all for today. Thank you.